Luke, I am your father. Yeah, I'm doing the Darth Vader thing, I've not got an illegitimate son called Luke, just in case you're wondering. At least I hope I haven't. I better shut up, I'll get myself in trouble. Yeah. Right, now, my lad Dean, he loved the Star Wars films. He absolutely bloody loved them. He thought they were amazing. So as the doting, dutiful dad, I would take him along to the cinema and stuff to see some of them, and I'd buy him the toys and whatnot. So I've got some pretty vivid memories of the Star Wars films the first time round. Now, when it came out, it were sort of heralded as being new and exciting. But a lot of the stuff in it, you'd seen before loads of times. For example, you've got the prince rescuing the princess from the castle.
I'm Luke Skywalker, I'm here to rescue you.
And you've got the evil Black Knight here, Darth Vader. And you've got the Guru. The master who trains up the apprentice and then he ends up popping his clogs later on. And you got the comic relief characters, these sort of sidekick robots. That one, I remember I used to call him Arty Farty. He really wound Dean up. He thought I was doing it deliberately to get on his tits. Yeah, I was. And I think George Lucas, who wrote it, and he directed the first one, and I think he produced them as well. He was inspired by like the 1930s swashbuckling serial films that they had, like Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers and whatnot. And you can tell he's ripped off ideas from it, like the sort of thing where they wind the credits up on a bog roll or whatever, and it sort of goes into the distance. Yeah, that was first done in Flash Gordon. And even the music were reminiscent of sort of Hollywood blockbusters in years gone by. I mean, check out the comparison here. So that's Star Wars, which we're all familiar with, but there's this music to this film called King's Row, and it sounds virtually the same. Now, I'm not knocking the composer because the music's bloody great. I'm just saying it's taken similar elements. And basically, Star Wars is like that generally. It basically takes similar elements that the audience has sort of seen before, but it's put a new twist on them to make it feel fresh and exciting. Now, in the second film, they introduced a new character because they needed a new guru, a new mentor for Luke Skywalker, because they killed off the other one. And they brought in this Yoda character. Now, I've been called one or two names in my time, but when the Star Wars films were out, the lads at work decided to start calling me Yoda's love child. It really pissed me off, I mean, I don't even think there's much of a resemblance at all, to be honest with you. I mean, I've got a load more hair than him, for starters. And look at the size of his ears. Bloody hell. So, yeah, I've got some pretty negative associations with that Yoda bloke. Now, one of the things that really got on Dean's wick was the fact that over the years they've kept re-releasing the Star Wars films to, make a few extra quid and that. And as technology's improved, George Lucas keeps going back to the films and keeps faffing around with them. And he keeps sort of changing bits and adding in new effects and stuff like that. And I reckon the thing that annoys him the most is the fact that when he watches them now, they're different to when he watched them as a kid, so he doesn't have the same memories. They've sort of shat on his memories a little bit, And also, some of the CGI stuff that they've put in, it doesn't even look any good now. It already looks dated, it looks crap. I mean, look at this. They've got this sort of Jabba the Hutt here. And it looks like a sort of talking turd there, doesn't it? Whereas when you saw him in the original films, where he were puppet, it looked loads better, it looked loads more realistic. So CGI, it's not good enough, I don't think. It'll never be as good as a puppet. I'm a big fan of the puppets. I think puppets are a lot more realistic. They've got a lot more character to them, And perhaps one of the most controversial changes, if you're a geek and you're really into it, was when Han Solo didn't shoot first against this green fella.
For my dead body.
Because in the new ones, the green fella shoots first, and Han Solo responds and then kills him. Whereas in the originals, Han Solo just murdered him in cold blood.
I bet you have.
And it turns out the fans prefer Han Solo to be a cold-blooded murderer.
Sorry about the mess.
Now, you've got to take your hat off to George Lucas, because he obviously knew that the merchandising side of things was going to be massive and we're going to make him a load of money. I remember watching one of them Star Wars films, and they were at Jabba the Hutt's place, and you're watching it, looking at all these silly creatures, and the cynical viewer in me were watching it thinking, they just got all these different creatures in so they can sell loads of different figures, haven't they? And this bloke, I remember this bloke, he was called Reese. The one on the left, it looks like he's got 3 todgers for eyes. I think it's because he had 3 eyes, and they cleverly, did some sort of anagram of 3 eyes and got rid of a T and an H, and it became Reese. Now, the reason I remember Reese is because I bought a figure of Reese for my nephew's birthday back in the day, and I thought I'd done a decent job of getting him a Star Wars figure, which is what he wanted, and when he opened it, he said, "Oh, I've already got that one." He sort of chucked it away, and I thought, you ungrateful because I'm trying my best. I'm trying to get a figure, that he's not got. And anyway, he threw it back in my face. But Dean, he loved the figures and all. He had all of them. Well, we didn't have all of them because it cost a bloody fortune, but he had a lot on them. And he had this Han Solo figure that he took everywhere with him. He absolutely loved it. And I remember stopping off at the Trust House 40 services at the M6 on the way up to Blackpool. And we went to the bogs, and he was carrying this Han Solo figure into the bogs with him. And I warned him, but he ended up dropping him in the toilet bowl. And he was in a right state. He was absolutely distraught. He were wailing away, and he was there saying, "Dad, can you get me Han Solo figure?" So I popped my head in the cubicle, and oh my God, it had been pebble dashed. And Han Solo's bobbing around in the bowl. And he'd got one arm up doing like a nickel Nazi salute. And I thought, oh, can I get him? Can I get the arm and just get him out of there? But, it was foul. I couldn't bring myself to do it. So, Dean, he learned a harsh life lesson that day. He was distraught, but he strengthened his character. He's not done it since. He doesn't take Star Wars figures in the bog with him anymore. Any road up. Star Wars, is it any good? Yeah, it's pretty good, it's entertaining. So if it's not on a bank holiday afternoon or something, give it a watch, and it's a bit of escapist fun. Okie doke. I'm telling you, Sheila gave me a list, and it had all the names of all the figures on that he hadn't got, and Reese were on it. I remember the name, Reese. It was definitely on it. I wouldn't be surprised if she'd done it on purpose. She does. It's exactly the sort of thing she does. Just petty, It's not still recording, is it? If you enjoyed that, you can click subscribe below, or watch some of these links to similar videos of me waffling on about stuff. Or add some comments if you thought I were talking a load of rubbish. Ta-ra!